Good morning, traders and investors. Welcome to this Monday edition of Benzinga's Pre-Market Prep. I'm Spencer Israel here with Joel Elconin and Dennis Dick, trying a different little bit of a setup today. So bear with us while we may have some gremlins going on, but we're gonna roll with it. Joel, how are we doing in the S&Ps right now? Hold on one second, folks. Got a bit of an echo on my end.
P futures are trading up into green this morning. We had a strong close, up 775 at 24.38.75. The old time. I can't hear it. 5. And there we go. We are ready to roll. Crude trading up 18 cents at 45.15. Gold in the red by 450 at 12.52.10. And you have silver down by 4 cents at 16.62. Dennis, can we hear you this morning? Still got an echo there, Dylan?
Yeah, yep. We're gonna take a quick break, and Dennis, I'm gonna ask you to bear with me for a second. So we're gonna take a quick break, folks. Hold on one second. Okay, Dennis, open that link I sent you, and where did you tell me where it brought you? Can you? Is there a way to like sign into something? Okay, hold on a second. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Testing 1 2. Testing.
Dennis, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me now?
Okay, I'm waiting to see. There's a bit of a delay. Dylan's going to tell us how we sound. There's about a 5 or so second delay
They are hearing us in
on
the
all audio.
We're broadcasting live too, because they're
Okay,
here.
yep, we are broadcasting live. I am aware of that. Dylan's going to tell us how we sound in a moment.
Ace, can I say it in the chat too? How do we sound, Ace?
You, there's a feedback loop. Okay. One. All right. Well, now we're on mute again, Dennis, so they can't hear us anymore. Have unmuted everyone, myself and Dennis. Why don't you give us a little bit of a test 1 2, Dennis, on that?
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Chat, let us know if you can hear us okay, and we will get the show started.
I'm still getting it. Okay, sorry about the technical hiccups, folks, but I think we're back ready to roll. We got myself here, we got Joel, we got Dennis, we got Miss Schneider on today, we got Ryan Craver on today. So let's just get right to it. And how's it going in the markets, guys?
Joel, you want to take over? Give us a little recap here. What's happened overnight?
Okay, I think everyone should know by now. S&Ps are up 8.25 here. We had a strong close on Friday. We have not seen Friday's closing price of 24.31. Current highs 40.25. Dennis, circle this number 24.43.50. That's the 6-day high. That's the all-time high in the S&P futures. And even though we're up 8, we're getting a nice running start into it. Crude back over $45 at 13 cents, 45.10. Gold and silver both in the red this morning. Gold by $2.30 at 12.54.20, and silver by a penny at 16.65. So,
question in the chat: why are tech stocks up so sharp here this morning? I mean, it's Monday. Just the fact that tech is like 3 times as more volatile as the overall market right now. So when the market's trading up, when you got the S&Ps trading up 8 or 9 handles, it's not surprising that the Nasdaq futures will be up more significantly here because they're just trading way more volatile than they historically do relative to the S&P. If the S&P futures were down 9 points, then your Nasdaq futures are probably going to be down a lot more than that relative. So just a higher beta right now, really, on the Nasdaq futures relative to the S&P. Question is, why is the overall market trading so much higher? It's a Monday. You know what? There's like a strategy here. I'm telling you, in the last well, I guess it's the last year, but really in the last while, it seems like we open higher almost 4 out of 5 days, unless there's a catalyst. It seems like, I guess that's what, a bull market's all about. But there's definitely a strategy just holding stocks overnight and selling them the next morning. And I think there's a lot of people playing that strategy. I mean, we talked about it with Tesla last week. It seems like 4 out of 5 days, Tesla closes and then opens higher the next day. So unless there's a bad catalyst out there or something overnight that happens, seems like this market just wants to go higher.
Stock Hunter, I have a question for you. Do you read Barron's? The cover of Barron's this weekend, it was kind of clever. It had a Google search window, and it said, "Will tech stocks continue to rally?" And the foregone conclusion was yes. And you could skim through that article, but besides Amazon, some of these stocks are just, they're trading at PEs and historical ratios that are nowhere compared to some of the levels that you had in the tech bubble. So that could be one catalyst. Also, the SPOOs. If the SPOOs are up, you got to buy the top 5 components, and they all are tech stocks, and they're trading in the green as well. So there's a couple catalysts there for the tech stocks.
Jumping back over to the overall market, there is some individual stock news, and we're going to get to that probably after Ryan Craver because we only got 2 minutes before our first guest is going to come on. He's going to talk the retail stocks. We're going to ask him about, obviously, the Amazon purchase of Whole Foods, what that means for Walmart, Costco, Target, and all the other retailers that are out there. But before we jump into and get Ryan Craver on, just one stock I did want to cover here this morning that is running up 44% here this morning, and that is Clovis Oncology, CLVS, trading up 45% now in the pre-market. It closed at $59.97. It's trading at $87.50. Obviously, some pretty good news from one of their trials there. Spencer, what are the details for CLVS?
They announced significantly improved progression-free survival in all ovarian cancer patient populations studied in a phase 3 study for their RAL3 maintenance treatment trial. So great news, great drug study news, and that's the reason.
Boom, Joel. Do you got any levels here on Clovis Oncology? Because I'm looking here, and you had the big gap down back in 2015 when the stock went, and I believe that actually is it's not. I don't think it was a split. Stock went from $99 down to under 40. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's trying to fill this long-term gap.
Well, Dennis, this thing even went lower. I don't have it here on these charts, but on my monthlies, this thing got even under $20. We got down to 11.58, and this was in May of last year. Dennis, I know when these stocks take a haircut like that you kind of, some of them, you look at the cash value, like what they have, how long they could survive. I don't know if this is one that you hopped into,
No,
but
it wasn't.
no, it wasn't. Yeah, bargain there at 11.57. I could just tell you what's going on here. Pre-market action. Of course, if you have this thing long, you took it home long. Congratulations. Whether or not you ring the registers, up to you. But I'll tell you, the pre-market high is 90.05, and we're still backed off that level a little bit, trading at 86.95. Big whoosh down in this stock just before it had that big crater. We were at 109.18, but keep an eye on that pre-market high. It goes through that pre-market high. I would still use half and whole numbers, depending on the size of your position. Coming back on the downside, since we hit that 90.05, we did have a little bit of a correction down to 78.50 level. So if it gets through there, there's more downside. But right now, holding up there, 87.88 with the pre-market high in 90.50.
All right, 8:15 now. Time for our first guest, Ryan Craver, retail expert, senior vice president of emerging brands at the Lamore Groups. We'll be right back with Ryan.
How we call Ryan? Hi, Ryan. Can you hear me?
Hey
All right.
Ryan, it's Joel. How you doing, buddy?
All right. Ryan Craver, are you with us? This is Ryan Craver. Think we lost Ryan. We're going to get Ryan back. I think we lost him. Hold on 1 second.
Ryan, we hear you. Hey, we're doing well. I don't know if we're live or not live, Spencer. We're trying to run new software here this morning, so having a few technical difficulties here. So, Spencer, let us know when we're live.